Pioneers for Change represents a vision of a diverse and inclusive Canada. It is an ongoing commitment to identify the achievements of immigrants as well as breaking down barriers so that newcomers not only succeed, but thrive.
Because immigrants and refugees to this country are inherently positive people. Think of what we do. We leave our roots, we uproot our lives, and we come to this strange place where we don't speak the language, and we look funny, and the name is hard to pronounce, and the religion is weird, and sometimes you even smell weird, and the food is awkward, but you're committed. You're going to make this new land your home. So anytime someone is getting negative or getting down or pessimistic, tell them to think like an immigrant, and they'll clue in.
I've always felt that the great Canadian story is a story of migration, and the role of every new generation of writers to this country is to tell that story in their own way. And the story for us is different from the story for those who came before us because of technology and cheap travel. For us, home is always present in our lives. We never actually leave home, and the old country never becomes the old country. And so my first 3 novels that are set in Sri Lanka I actually call Canadian novels set in Sri Lanka, because though the subject matter may be Sri Lankan, the shaping of that material, the inclusion, for example, of themes of gay liberation and feminism are based on my life here in Canada.
I believe in giving back, and I didn't want others who would come after me to repeat mistakes I made or struggles I lived. So I realized the importance of making newcomers, as well as prospective immigrants, understand Canada and be better prepared. That's why I dedicated my first volunteer opportunity to get Canadian media experience to helping others through a dedicated TV program that shows them all the resources, motivates and inspires them to go and make use of this support and help them understand the real picture quickly and, most importantly, effectively.
When I was a little girl and I grew up in Barbados, every day women would pass my home. Some days they would carry bananas on their heads. Some days they would carry lettuce on their heads. Some days they would carry any kind of produce. Some days they would sell all the produce. Some days they would sell little produce. But one of the things that struck me even then is that every single day they went to sell, to participate in the economics of a marketplace, and to be very powerful women of African descent, working hard to educate their children, to build homes, and to provide for their families. I was very encouraged by that. And so tonight I stand on the shoulders of all those women who were engaged in the economics of the marketplace in our history.
And what a fabulous, fabulous evening. And when I read through this booklet and see the accomplishments of what you refer to as Pioneers for Change, I want to say congratulations to all of you.
I gave a lot of thought to this over the course of the night. And one of the things I did was I brought my family here tonight. But I wanted my children, because they're the first of my family born in this country. I wanted them to know the immigrant story. I wanted them to be inspired by immigrants like you, like us, to understand that they have a purpose beyond just growing up in one of the best countries in the world. They have to make a contribution. They have to justify the sacrifice of my parents and your parents that they made to come to this country.
I wanted to congratulate Gerard and Itah and Geetha and Syam and Winnie. You are creating always a community that engages and allows people to feel they belong. I think what we're seeing in communities across this country and what you are all doing for one another is creating that sense of belonging that allows people to know they can thrive and to be totally successful.
And when we talk about celebrating the limitless potential of immigrants for over 20 years, that's really what this night is all about, is to make sure that we, as a province, the people that have been here longer than we have, that we're able to let newcomers, let immigrants know that, this is a province that working hard, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve.